Hello, beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 436. Tuesday, it is 436th day of continuous blogging and podcasting without a break. Yesterday, if you are familiar or you are reading continuously, follow the project, and you happened to read or listen to yesterday's entry, it was a very low type of day for me, to be honest, and you can tell it pretty easily. I wasn't hiding it. Very low energy levels, very weird feeling of tiredness and upset in general. So on the mental side, it was pretty low, but what can you do? You need to push through. It was second day at work if you count Friday just after we came from Morocco. But really it was a first kind of it was third day, because I came back on Thursday, and on Friday I was already online. It was a kind of sync-up day, but really the week started yesterday, so that was second day. I'm still counting today, which shouldn't be counted. So yesterday the week started at work, and obviously there was plenty of stuff to sync up and a backlog of things to do. And as you can imagine, the year is coming to an end. We only have December left, so suddenly everything becomes a priority to be completed before year's end. And obviously I was half prepared for that, which is still better than last year because I wasn't prepared at all. I got my objectives and goals filtered out and set up in a way that I was expecting them to be finished by the end of year, and so far so good. And welcome back. I needed to drop. Well, my wife called me and there were other things to do, so I guess I have to complete the episode within this particular segment. I don't remember what time I was recording the initial one, but it must have been around 3 p.m. because this is when I was just after the meeting at work and my wife was picking Julian from school. So yeah, I guess that was then. Since that moment, not much happened, except I decided on doing a workout. So there's nothing obviously fancy about it, but I used to work out a little bit just to maintain my, maybe not a best shape, but shape regardless, to be slightly, energetic and healthy, let's say. And because I like doing pull-ups were basically my foundation for the workouts. And they used to be quite regular. I think I still have that old tracker that I mentioned multiple times in probably first 100 or 200 episodes, but I dropped using it at some stage and didn't fill it in until now, so it would be hard to repopulate or backpopulate the things that I've done, especially that I wasn't tracking the hydration for a long time. I'd say that probably I would be able to backtrack all the activities because I tend to turn on Strava to track walks, hikes, and other things like that. But other than that, it would be difficult probably to backfill the specific areas. I'll check if it's possible. It would be nice to get back with the same tracker and keep going. And exercise was something that I dropped for a couple of months already. So just recently, when we came back from Morocco on Sunday, I believe, or Saturday, I did a short workout with Julian, and he has his own kind of set of exercises that he does. He does the push-ups, squats, and abs, and I just did pull-ups and abs, but I did like 5 series while he was doing 3 or 4. I think he did 4, maybe 5. I don't remember, but the whole point was to exercise together, and I want to do it more often and eventually use him as a motivator for myself and me as a motivator for him. Short update about his chest infection. At least that's what the GP suspects. So we are giving him the antibiotic. He's after three doses. It's 3 doses every day. So he did 1 in the evening yesterday, and 1 in the morning, and 1 after school. So the third one will be just before sleep. And we are also giving him some probiotic to protect the stomach. So I bought something like cultivated 14 strains of bacteria in a pill, and he just needs to take 1 pill with food daily. So that should be good. So far, I don't see any immediate improvement. Quite the opposite, but that might be misleading, because I think because he returned to school and he still has that weak system, he started kind of having a runny nose, and it's good that he's taking that antibiotic, because if something else is trying to hit him, that might help to alleviate both the previous virus that is still somewhere affecting his chest, and something new that's trying to get into. So we'll see how it goes. In theory, by the end of week, he should feel better, and there should be no temperature. I don't think he has any feverish moments. I haven't felt any increased temperature so far, and he used to have a quite high temperature when we were in Morocco, usually in the evening, sometimes during the day as well, but usually overnight he was really, really hot, and I was waking him sometimes to give him half of ibuprofen to make sure that the temperature drops enough for him to sleep more peacefully and recover properly. So that was it, and the workout that I've done now is something that I try to squeeze in about 15-20 minutes to not have any excuses. I think it's reasonable to sacrifice 20 minutes up to half an hour every day, and pretty much everybody can do it. I disagree if somebody says that they don't have time. These days, I see a lot of people either sitting on a phone or watching Netflix or doing other crap that is taking their time, and I excuse myself very often that I don't have time as well. But it's kind of hypocrisy, because I just said that very often we waste time, we just don't realize that we wasted so much of it. So I know that I like to sometimes play the game, like it's previously named FIFA. Probably a lot of people know it, even if you are not a fan of soccer or football. You know that FIFA probably is the organization responsible for many different events and related to soccer or football called in Europe. So recently the developer of the game changed the name to FC24. It used to be the year and FIFA and the year, so it was like FIFA, I don't know, 95, FIFA 2020 or something like that. And just this year they dropped completely FIFA name and it's now FC24. I think it stands for Football Club 24 or something like that. It doesn't matter. The great thing about it, that I think from my perspective, knowing the marketing and a lot of stuff that goes behind it and the money that is driven by it, is that they dropped the name very likely because they needed to probably pay a lot of gold to FIFA as an organization to be allowed to use the name, the trademark. So by dropping FIFA to FC, they no longer need to use FIFA name or pay kind of big money to FIFA. And there are also other developments, especially if you watch the documentaries on Netflix and kind of a couple of other areas. FIFA was under scrutiny and there were big affairs related to some fraud and big money laundering kind of operations in the organization. So it's also a bad name to use. So to detach from it and not pay the money for using the name, they are just now FC24, and they still have the contracts to use the real players' names. So game didn't change much except for the mechanics. It improved, but the name kind of dropped. So it's very interesting development. Anyway, I just diverged from the topic. I like to play that FIFA mobile or FC24 mobile from time to time. It's more of a habit and probably bad habit, but I like to play it sometimes. And I know that it takes time, but I found the ways where actually I can half play and half not play, because there is an AI, I would say, or more like a computer-driven play where you can leave the match and the game will play depending on what level of your team is. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You might lose easily, but if you have strong enough team, it will keep winning. So I kind of use that opportunity to just turn the match on and put it away. So I don't play, I don't waste time, I can do something else while the game is winning that for me. So that's actually cool. And now I combined it with the workout. So at the same time when I kind of play or half play, I do the workout. And I did now 5 series of 5 pull-ups of different type, and followed by 25 ab crunches so another 5 series. So it's like a 5 pull-ups and 25 ab crunches. And on the first, third and the 5th series I also finished with 10 push-ups. So in total, what is it? It's about, sorry about that, was unexpected. So basically, if you calculate, it is 25 pull-ups, about 125 ab crunches, and 30 push-ups within 20 minutes time. For some people it might be very little, or it's kind of laughable. For some people it might be quite a lot. For me it is just about what I feel like I can do at the moment. And I feel like my strength dropped from the pull-ups because 5 times 5 was nothing before. It was very kind of easy to do. I went as far as, I think, up to 45 or 50 pull-ups, so meaning that 5 series for 9 to 10 pull-ups. That was the peak, I would say, within a short span, so one after another with the short breaks in between. Now that 5 on the 4th and 5th leg, they were already quite hard, so that's the toll that it took to drop the exercise for so long. So I need to get back on shape, but I think about doing it at least 3-4 times per week, maybe 6. I don't know. I need the recovery time, or the kind of 1 or 2 days in between at least, to make sure that, you know, the body actually builds up and is healthy, instead of kind of draining it of energy and continuously work out without recovery. After that workout with Julian, we both felt sore for the next 2 days. I still feel sore, so when I started pull-ups and ab crunches, I could feel it. It was very difficult, but it's nice to feel that again. So now I'm going to finish this up and upload the episode, then go to the bathroom and clean one of our ensuite bathrooms and take a shower, and afterwards I'm going to write the blog post, and it is very likely that I will pick on the topic that I was meant to do yesterday but felt completely out of juice. So I hope today it will be doable, and I feel definitely more energetic than I was yesterday. So fingers crossed, the blog post should be quite interesting for those of you that actually are curious how our return day worked when we came back from Morocco. So for now, thank you very much for tuning in. I always appreciate you being here. Hope you have a great rest of the day or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.